Question everything. For the truth shall not be televised, and that's for sure. So when it comes to talking on TikTok, I'm finding it very hard. My videos getting shadow banned and blocked in all sorts of different ways, that's for sure. And it goes to that approach of what is going on with us when it comes to Aboriginal Negroes of America and controlling our political and economic actual reality. We don't control nothing political for ourselves, nor do we control any economic basis for ourselves. We are under the control of the colonizers 100%, to the point where even on these platforms, you can't even say real stuff amongst each other as our own nation, because they'll censor it and block it. They only want us to be doing the ratchet, bugged out stuff that keeps everybody controlling our people and manipulating our people into where we at today 100%. And that's at the bottom of the United States when it comes to economic growth in any form and fashion. And that's really what's going on. So with that, when we dealing on these platforms, they really don't want you talking about certain people, or questioning certain people, or even having no real identity on what's really going on around the world, or just amongst our own selves as a nation of people, man. And it goes to show that that it's not just this system, but as many systems that's all around us, many nations that's all around us that got their hand in the bag of keeping us down, man. It really is the reality today. And that's something that we really gotta, really stand heed to, because at the end of the day, like the other brother was saying, they'll portray all of the woes under the traumatization of what they have done to us, keeping us traumatized by showing us all this stuff that they continuously do to us and can continuously keep us under. But the moment we start speaking on it, the moment we start trying to talk about it amongst ourselves to do something about it, then all of a sudden you on disinformation, misinformation, hate speech, violating community guidelines, all sorts of stuff. And it's like, how? I'm just speaking on my plight. Y'all want me to be a part of everybody else's plight and trying to help everybody else do good and be all right as a nation. But when it comes to my nation, it's like automatically they don't want us coming together. They don't want us talking together. They don't want us actually building together. They don't want us, empowering ourselves by bringing our unity back to each other, as well as bringing dollars together to be able to build and open up businesses together. Once we start to try to manipulate the movement and try to do something for ourselves, then all of a sudden, just like the Black Panthers, Islam, the Israelites, all our different counterparts of what we done had here, COINTELPRO, CIA, FBI, everybody all of a sudden get involved once we start talking. And it's like, come on, man. What's the problem? Why Aboriginal Negroes can't get together and be their own nation? What's going on with that? We want to be liberated. We tired of being under the thumb of our colonizers, under our oppressors. Ain't nothing kumbaya beautiful here. We sitting on our own land, being crushed on our own land, circumvented out of our land, declassified out of our land, giving different nationalities away from our land in order for y'all control our resources in our land. This is just getting crazy, man. So it's kind of frustrating because you try to put out different types of videos to be able to show some of this stuff, and every time I do that, TikTok is censoring the video, and it's like, dude, y'all got more crazy stuff on your horror movies than y'all than this being actually shown right here. We trying to talk about our history and what's been going on with our people right now to this day, 2023. And y'all trying to censor that truth. Because that's all it is. It's truth about who we are and what's going on with us. And why we in the boat we in. And who's controlling that boat to keep us in it. And y'all trying to keep that information from connecting for our people together, don't be able to connect as a whole. And that's like, what is that about? What is that about? But this is that reality, man. So I'm a little frustrated right now because every time I try to put out real videos that I do want y'all to see, they talking about you violating community guidelines. And it's like, how, dude? How? What, you want me to take my shirt off? Jump around and do like that? Well, I don't got none of that. Now, I mean, because as many different people out there doing that type of stuff. I don't got time to be trying to chuck and guide, coon, and act like some porch monkey. I'm not that dude. That's not happening. That's not what it's about. Our people need liberation. We need real communication. We need real education. Because that's what it is. The only way to get real education is get liberation. Liberation is breeds real education. Why? Because ain't nobody going to teach our people and our children to be the greatest as they can possibly be unless they can control them. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. How they going to make money off them. That's it. This is that reality. And then in turn, it don't never come back to help our communities to build up our people in no form and fashion. This is about manipulation and control. This is why they're trying to keep us crushed under their system so that we'll never have our own system, own land, and own government, and our own nation controlling themselves in order to build themselves. This is that real reality. We got to get rid of this program and get tired of it because it's what it is. United States don't got nothing for us. Notice it said United States don't got nothing for us. This government ain't never had nothing for us. Just division and prison. Body bags. That's what it's about. Other than that, dude, what we got here? Nothing. We sitting on our own land, twiddling our thumbs in ghetto slums and hoods based off of them maintaining our oppression. And this is why as a whole, as a collective, as our own nation. This that reality. Well, we got to get tired of it, man. We got to start standing up, man. We got to get back on our feet. We got to do what we got to do for our own people. And we got to weed out all these so-called leaders and representatives that look like us that really are just Sambos, chucking and jiving for their own little legacy against their people. Notice the words, against their people, keeping our people in the same boat. This ain't about me and you. This don't got nothing to do with me and you. This is about the babies that's standing next to you. This is about the babies that's coming up after you. This is about your grandbabies. How you want them living? You want them in ghetto slums and hoods too? Or you want them divided, you know what I mean, where they solely just trying to look out for themselves as everybody else around them falling like dominoes? No, we got to come back together. That's what it's about. That's what all this is about. Coming back together, treating each other with a little more respect. Because at the end of the day, we got a whole lot of promotion going on through all the mainstream medias that push us to be divided, to be at each other necks, to not like our brother, not like our sister, to disrespect our brothers and sisters, to not have no morality around each other, to have no type of loyalty to one another. That's being pushed all day, every single day, 24 hours a day. You think that's by accident? You think they got gangster rap being pushed on the radio 18 jams in a row by accident? This ain't no goddamn accident, man. This shit on purpose. This is why they don't want us to put out certain things on these platforms now to reunify ourselves. This is why they don't want you homeschooling now, because they don't want you giving them what they can't control. That's what it is. And we got to accept that. We got to get real to the truth of what's really going on and stop trying to pretend like they got our back, like they got our best interests at heart. They ain't never have our best interests at heart. That was never ever part of the agreement of white supremacy, dog. That's just what it is. And believe me, white supremacy go black and white. Because you got a lot of those brothers and sisters up there that's willing to keep you under the thumb of white supremacy, under the thumb of a system that came to crush you, long as they eating good with massa. And that's just real. And you got to call them out for what it is too. We got to get tired of this. All these fake so-called brothers, so-called sisters up there as they rich and wealthy monkeys, pretending to be exactly what they want them to be, chucking and jiving coons. Well, we ain't no monkey. Our nation ain't no monkey. We ain't no chucking and jiving coons for other nations to keep getting paid off of us, to keep getting bags off of us while they give us crumbs to $1. Come on, man. We got to come up off that. That's just what it is. And we got to acknowledge that. All these celebrities ain't doing nothing other than what the massa want them to be about. Under their control and under their thumb 100%. That's that reality. And this is why they get the check. That's why they get a bag. That's why they get the millions. Yeah, they'll do things individually because that's all they allowed to do. They can't do no type of nation helping. That's why you don't see them in the communities. That's why you don't see their businesses all throughout the communities bringing black dollars back to us. Bringing black businesses back to us. Building up our communities with their black dollars through us working together in order to build our nation up. That's all restricting from them under their contracts for them. They can't do it. It's not going to happen. So we got to get with that real. We got to start calling them out for what it is. They want you to come out and vote. You got to ask them for what? Do you see my communities? Do you see how the police in this United States government is treating our people? Why do I want to come out and vote for what? They put you in power to do what? For you to live good, become a millionaire while I'm struggling? While you selling me song and dance, tricks and lies? These are things we got to speak on, because this is really what it is. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over again because they promoting it to us. The hell with that. Let's get real. They got mad money, and you know they got mad money, but it's skipping your community. They got mad resources, but it's skipping your community. You think that's by accident? If you think that's by accident, then you need to just get off the station. You might just move, man, because that's where it's at. That's where it's at. All this stuff is being done on purpose to our people. And that's when you got to accept that and understand that so we can change that, because they're doing it on purpose. And they're using people that look just like us to keep us in the same boat we in. Straight up chucking and driving and cooning for the dollars. Well, we got to come away from that. We got to unite and start doing some real stuff for ourselves. Because if we don't do it, then who going to do it? Not none of these nations that's pretending to be our allies, because they ain't our allies. Anybody can pretend to like you by smiling in your face and taking your dollar and shaking your hand and working next to you, and then go home and then act like they ain't never even known you. Straight up. Go home and then start chucking and jiving and cooning on you behind your back. Talking about you like you ain't nothing. Real talk. It's time, dude. You ain't the most hated in America because they just got you on the top of the federal census for ethnic hate crimes at the top for fun. No, it's because that's the reality of America, dude. That's the reality of the United States. Let me say it the right way. Because this is the government we under that built themselves up off of the bootstraps of our people and the backs of our people. But hey, I'm not okay with it. And I'm not going to never be okay with it. I don't like being an underdog at the bottom. I don't like ghetto slums and hoods. I don't like all the different packer stores and alcohol stores and all the different drugs that's in our community that have been pumped to our community. I don't like none of it. And I don't accept it. I don't accept all the foods that's not good for me that's in my community. I don't accept it and I don't like it. That's just what it is. That's why I'm a vegetarian. These are some of the things we got to get on. And at the end of the day, even that, the vegetables they done attacked. Pesticides and many other things, man. Stop playing, man. We ain't in a good place in the United States. We in some of the worst shit we can ever be under. And we got to accept that and tell ourselves the truth that. And then we got to think outside the box of their programs and what they done taught us so we can start thinking of new stuff to be able to help our own selves, our own people. And we can't be afraid to do it, because if you're afraid to do it, then who's going to save our babies? Do they even matter? Do they even have any concern of you to yourself when it comes to dealing with your children? Then we need to do right by them. And when you do right by them is by pushing this real truth. And that real truth is about what's really going on in the United States when it comes to our people and how they really hate us and how we really being treated in this country and how they really got us set up to be going to body bags or to private prisons. This is just what it is. Has nothing to do with me. It's our reality as a nation. Stop counting that 1% you see on TV that's willing to dance and chicken bone for the bag that the master want to get them to keep them under control, to keep us manipulated in this illusion that things are going well for us when it really ain't. Come out of that and stop worshiping all those celebrities and all those people that's up there. Stop worshiping your pastor and all these different people and start acknowledging that it ain't trickling out to our communities. It's not helping our people at all. Our people are suffering. Our people are getting deleted off the planet. Our people are being pushed to a third world impoverished state on purpose by the same system that was set up, who came to destroy them through Holocaust, genocide and massacres, race riots, and many other different things that has been done and still being done right now as we speak by the badge and many other different things that they are utilizing to keep us in the position that we are in. It's time. And if you don't understand that, then I don't understand you, for I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. But that is the question. You let me know. Praise, praise.